Ever set a goal that excited you only to lose all motivation 2 weeks later? It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because your brain actually hates goals. Sounds crazy, right? But neuroscience proves it. Traditional goal setting activates stress circuits, not motivation circuits. And once you understand why, you'll stop setting goals and start achieving them. Let me show you how to outsmart your brain and build momentum like never before. Section 1. Explain the brain science behind it. Here's the thing most productivity advice gets wrong. Your brain doesn't care about your goals. It cares about safety, predictability, and reward. When you set a big, ambitious goal, like losing 20 pounds, writing a book, or starting a business, it feels exciting for a second. But beneath the surface, your brain sounds the alarm. It sees this big, unfamiliar thing and says, danger, too risky, too uncertain. This triggers your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for fear and avoidance. At the same time, your prefrontal cortex, which handles planning and focus, starts to get overwhelmed. And boom, procrastination kicks in. You scroll instead of starting. You feel guilty instead of energized. This isn't a willpower issue. It's a wiring issue. Real life story, make it relatable. Think about the last New Year's resolution you made. Let's say it was, this year I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and run every morning. You buy the shoes, set the alarm. Day 1, you're pumped. But by day 4, your bed feels like a magnetic field. You hit snooze, skip the run, and spiral into I suck at this mode. Sound familiar? Here's why. Your brain wasn't resisting the run. It was resisting the threat of failure. The bigger and more rigid the goal, the higher the internal resistance. The fix, what to do instead. So what actually works? Stop thinking in goals. Start thinking in systems and identity shifts. Instead of saying, I want to write a book, say, I'm the kind of person who writes every day, even just for 10 minutes. This small change does 2 powerful things neurologically. 1, it calms the amygdala because 10 minutes a day feels safe, not overwhelming. 2, it activates the striatum. That's your brain's habit center. It loves repetition and small wins. When you link progress to identity, not outcome, you unlock the brain's dopamine loop. Every time you follow through, even in a tiny way, you get a little hit of dopamine. And that's the key. Dopamine drives momentum. Not big goals, not vision boards, tiny wins, repeated often. Tool you can use today, make it practical. Let me give you a tool that rewires this instantly. It's called the 2-minute rule. Whatever habit you want to build, scale it down to the version that takes 2 minutes or less. Want to start working out? Just put on your workout clothes. Want to read more? Read 1 paragraph. Want to meditate? Sit on the floor and breathe. Why? Because action beats intention. When you start small, your brain says, I can handle this. And once you start, momentum does the rest. Over time, those 2-minute habits expand into full routines. But you've tricked your brain into starting, which is 90% of the battle. Bonus insight, why SMART goals often backfire. Ever heard of SMART goals? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. Sounds smart, right? But here's what neuroscience says. Rigid goal structures can actually reduce creativity, increase anxiety, and lead to something called goal fatigue. You start chasing a checkbox instead of building a lifestyle. That's why some of the most successful people don't obsess over goals. They obsess over identity and daily action. They don't say, I have to write 1,000 words. They say, I'm a writer. I write daily. See the difference? One is pressure. The other is power. Here's the real truth. Your brain doesn't hate progress. It hates threat. It hates uncertainty. So when you give it massive, rigid goals, it resists. But when you give it small, repeatable wins tied to your identity, it rewards you. It wants to show up. It builds confidence from the inside out. You don't need bigger goals. You need better systems and a stronger identity. Top, natural and engaging. If this clicked for you, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm and your brain that this is worth reinforcing. And if you're ready to build a brain that works with you, not against you, subscribe now. We've got science-backed tools dropping every week. Remember, your brain is powerful. You just need to stop yelling goals at it and start rewiring it.